On the right here, you can see a particular value that we can calculate and a pattern in a particular value. So we're looking for the pattern when we have a base of -1. Let's look at our first example, -1 raised to the 4th power. -1 raised to the 4th power is going to have a numerical component of 1. 1 times 1 times 1 times 1 times 1 times 1 times 1. 1 to any power is just 1. -1 to the 4th, though, is maybe -1. -1 times -1, +1. +1 times -1, back to -1. And then my final value, -1 times -1, oh, it is in fact +1. So -1 to the 4th has a value of +1. What about -1 to the 3rd? -1 times -1 is +1. And then times -1 gives me a value of -1. Let's think about -1 to the 5th. What would that be? -1. -1 to the 6th? +1. So there is a pattern that hopefully you're seeing. When that exponent is even, -1 to the a power simplifies to +1. If, however, as in the case of -1 to the 3rd, the exponent is odd, then -1 to that power simplifies to -1. This is because for an even exponent, we have pairs of factors of -1, negative times negative multiplying to a positive. In the case of an odd exponent, we have pairs and pairs and pairs, and then one extra -1, making our final product -1.